hear that, ladies and gentlemen? She said she's gonna be quick. We don't doubt that for the slightest. Even Asher Man agrees. Mama's off in the grocery getter to get groceries. You had to break in the grocery getter, of course.
The grocery getter. I have so much room for groceries in here.
Exactly, you do back there, so. Already back in the grocery getter.
Give that to Dad.
Whoa, is that the cord? Did Mama do good in the grocery getter? Let's see what we got.
We're loaded down.
Loaded?
And a few back there.
Jeez.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today I am going to get kind of real and raw with you guys, okay? Because social media platforms and like these edited videos on YouTube, they can make people think a whole different thing about somebody. Like they can make people think that, you know, like, oh, their life is perfect, they have it all together, they have, you know, everything figured out. And I am here to tell you that, like, nobody has it all figured out, trust me. Especially not me. But I do get a lot of questions about, like, how do you do it all? How do you, like, manage your time? How do you stay, like, present with your son? And how do you, you know, like, because I'm full-time mom, I'm full-time, like, with YouTube, pharmacy, head candy, like everything. I try to be full-time with all of it, but you do have to delegate your time. And it's something that I'm still learning and I'm still trying to figure out. Like, most days I get really overwhelmed, you guys, because even though I don't seem like it, because a lot of people like think I'm crazy when I say I'm an introvert. If anyone knows anything about introvert, extrovert, like I'm an introvert. I actually used to hate being in front of the camera. Whenever, like, because of course, like my husband Joe, like he's been involved with YouTube like ever since he had his skateboarding channel back in like 2006, right when YouTube first came out. And so he was like all about filming everything. So whenever we would do like trips with our friends, anything, he'd be filming everything and he'd like put the camera to me and I'm like, no, don't, no, don't talk to the hand. But so I used to, like, I hated it. I would not, like, I didn't want to see myself on, like, I didn't like hearing my voice. I didn't like anything like that. And so for me to be where I'm at today, this has been a growing, like, experience and growing process for me. So it really is beneficial and helps that my husband is the one that edits the videos and like he does all of that type stuff and like listens to them over and over, because I would probably go crazy because okay, you guys know, like whenever you listen to yourself on something, like you don't sound like you actually think you sound. You know what I mean? So it would probably drive me absolutely crazy if I had to like sit and edit the videos listening to myself. So it comes in handy, like working as a team on the channel. YouTube itself, like I probably honestly wouldn't even have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for my husband pushing me to do this, because I like providing the content for you guys and I love being creative. But when it comes to the analytics and the numbers and just all of that stuff and trying to like get, you know, more traction to the channel, like that's not my forte. And so with that being said, like even with pharmacy, like, yes, I have a big team and I can make connections with people because I worked behind the chair, like doing hair and makeup for 10 years. And so, yeah, I learned how to like interact with people and make connections with people. And I am a people person, but I also, because I'm like that introvert, like I need my alone time. And thank goodness Joe understands this. Because sometimes I just need time to be in my own head, because this whole like influencer journey that I've been on, it is not easy to like put it all out there. Like even just like talking about it, it kind of like, my voice is kind of shaking because I'm like, it's hard sometimes, you guys, it's really hard. And so I just don't want you guys to like look at everything and be like, oh, like she's perfect, she has it all together. I promise you I don't. More times than not, I usually break down once a week and have to like just like word vomit on Joe, because he's my person, because he is that, like, he is more of that manager type person. Like he that's what he does. He manages people with his job. And so he kind of helps me when it comes to like team things and just different things like that, because I don't know how to manage people. I really don't. Like, I know how to connect with people, but, and I don't want to say like manage people, but like to manage a big team, it's a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. And so anyone that does it, like, hands down to you, because like it's hard. It's hard. And then especially on top of it, trying to be like a mom and a wife, and sometimes you feel like you're failing at one or failing at all. Like it's hard, okay? Like, I know I'm like, I put on a smile and stuff, but it's hard. I have anxieties. I have, most of mine are like stress induced. So when I feel like I'm drowning in like lists of things to do, I'm trying to work on how to prioritize and what goes at the top of the list. Like, this needs done first, this, because if I can like put a list or a schedule together and actually try to stick to it, that helps me a lot. So if anyone is like in this position where you're feeling like, oh my gosh, how do I do all this? Where do I start? Like, just start. Just take the first step, because I have the tendency to look at the whole staircase in front of me, and then I get overwhelmed and I'm like I start to want to have my panic attack. Like, I can't do this. Because trust me, I break down all the time. I'm like, what am I doing? Because for me to put my whole life out there on social media, like, it's a lot for me. And sometimes like I hesitate even when I do put things out there, because I'm like I hesitate before I hit that post button, because I'm like, do I want this out there? But being on this journey, you have to be completely open with people. You have to let them know who you are, and you have to be like authentic with it, because if you're trying to be somebody you're not, it's not gonna work. Like, I've tried to be that person that's like all about like, oh, like push these numbers and, you know, like this, that, and oh, let's get to these levels. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really is not. I'm just saying it's not me. And so when I try to be that person, I get really stressed and overwhelmed. And then the other night, like, I took a step back and I was like, okay, like, what's going on? Because I was like literally like losing it, you guys. Like, I thought, I was just like, what am I doing? What is going on with life right now? Like, I just felt like my voice is shaking during this whole video, because it was kind of an epiphany for me. Because I did this look. I can have Joe put a picture of it up, but I did this look and I did this like pop art zombie, and I've been wanting to do it forever. And I just was like, well, it's not Halloween, but I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna do it. And I did it, and it felt so good. I sat in here, like, I was literally up until 6 a.m. Like, didn't go to bed. I was up till 6 a.m. And the next day, I was tired, but at the same time, I felt so good, because I got back to being creative. And that's why I started this journey, was because I wanted to be creative and share that with people. And that's honestly like back when I first started pharmacy and I was recruiting a lot. Like, I hate that word, recruiting. I hate that word. I say connecting with people, but it technically what it is, recruiting for the team. Like, I was being creative. I wasn't pushing sales. I wasn't, being like, oh, buy this, or, oh, I need to make this sale. Like, I just wasn't doing that. And I was being creative. It was honestly around the time of Halloween when I started connecting with a lot of people. And that's how a lot of people found me, and people were sharing my work, and it was amazing. It was so cool to just see that so many people were into what I was doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this, like, people like this? Like, I was just being me. And so the fact that people were connecting with me, and I don't know, it was so cool. It was so cool. And the other night when I got back to it, like I said, like, I only got like 4 hours of sleep, but I felt so good the next day. And I knew it was because I got back to me. I got back to doing me and being me. And that's why I say, like, if you're trying to like be just like somebody else, you're gonna end up being disappointed, because you aren't that person. You are you. Your talents were given to you for a reason. And whatever dream you have, whatever journey you want to be on, I'm not saying like anything, like you don't have to be on the journey I'm on, but I'm just saying like any journey that you have, like this dream that you just want to do it, like go after it and like be relentless. It doesn't matter if people don't support you. I don't have a ton of support from the people that I would like to have support from, but it is what it is. Joe supports me, and my little guy, he's a ham bone. Like, he loves being in the videos, being silly. Like, he's a little poser. I'm always like smiling. He's like, so, Joe and Asher and our pup, they're my world. And honestly, like, if I didn't have them, this journey would be a lot harder. But you're not always going to have that support from the people that you want or that you expect to support you. So you have to understand that God gave you the vision. And this is one of the quotes that always sticks out in my mind. God gave you the vision. That's why they can't see it. So if someone doesn't see what you, like the journey that you're trying to take or that you're trying to be on, it's not their job to see it. It's yours. And so if you want to make it happen, you have to be the one to put the work in. And sometimes that means long nights and, not a whole lot of sleep. But if it means something to you, and the reason it even means anything to me is not just because like, oh, like I want to make money at this. That's not it at all. And that's, I feel like, why I'm connecting with a lot of people is because that wasn't my intention when I first started this. It was just to share my love of what I do. I'm a hairstylist, a makeup artist, I'm just like artsy in general. That's my forte. And so just being able to share that it's just been phenomenal. So there are some days that I'm exhausted from getting 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep, but it's so rewarding when someone messages me, or like when I went to this like pharmacy, like Nashville, like on the road event, I had people like stopping and saying that like asking to take pictures with me and saying like, thank you, for putting your videos out there. Like, you're the reason I did this, and your videos inspire me. These were people that aren't even on my team. And so, sorry. That was honestly the coolest thing. Just to know that like I could inspire somebody. I did my makeup for this video and now I'm being a ball baby. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap this up because I'm getting emotional, y'all. So basically all of this to say, just like, when those of you that reach out to me, when I tell you thank you for supporting this journey and just following the channel, anything that I put out, and I tell you that it means more than you know, it really means more than you know. It's kind of crazy when you have complete strangers support your journey more than people that, that you expect to support your journey. So, thank you. Oh, sorry for like tearing up on y'all and like getting all emotional. I'm not this person. I don't get emotional. It takes a lot for me to cry, honestly. I'm that person that like, even in sappy movies, I don't really even cry. Like I honestly used to think there was something wrong with me because everyone else would be crying, my friends would be crying. I'm just sitting there like, so it takes a lot for me to cry. So the fact that I can't even talk about this without tearing up. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to my videos. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for following along in this journey. This kind of turned into a big old like thank you video, but really what this video was meant to be was just to let you know that it's okay to chase after your dreams. It's okay to have those dreams. even if no one else can see it, okay? Go after your dreams, be relentless, and like I will support you all the way. If you have a YouTube channel, like you're trying to grow, like just, you know, drop some comments, like let me know like what you're doing, let me know, like I would love to support. So, whew, okay, anyways, I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your day, night, whenever you are watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. We're trying to hit that goal of 5,000 subscribers so that we can bring something really fun to the channel for you guys. So, thank you for tuning in, you guys, and I will see you all next video. I won't be crying next video, hopefully.